报传给我讯息，他跟我说北车有烟雾弹攻击。
Good evening. We begin tonight with breaking developments from Taipei, Taiwan, where a rare and violent stabbing attack has left multiple people dead and several others injured, according to official statements from Taiwanese authorities. The incident occurred on the evening of December 19th, near Taipei Main Station, one of the busiest transportation hubs in the country and a central artery for daily commuters. Authorities describe the attack as sudden, chaotic, and deeply unsettling for a society that has long been regarded as one of the safest in Asia. Taipei Main Station is a vast underground and above-ground complex that connects high-speed rail, conventional trains, metro lines, and major commercial areas. At the time of the attack, thousands of commuters were traveling through the station after work hours. Witnesses interviewed by local media reported hearing shouts, alarms, and seeing thick smoke spreading across parts of the station, triggering confusion and fear. Many initially believed it to be a fire or mechanical failure, before realizing that a violent attack was unfolding nearby. According to police briefings later cited by Reuters, the suspect first released smoke devices, which obscured visibility and caused panic among commuters. Moments later, reports of people being stabbed began to emerge from areas just outside the station. Civilians were seen running in multiple directions, some taking shelter inside shops, others fleeing onto nearby streets. Emergency calls flooded police dispatch centers within minutes. Taiwan's National Police Agency confirmed that the suspect used a knife-type weapon and targeted victims at random. Authorities stated clearly that the suspect was acting alone and that there was no immediate evidence of terrorist involvement. Police emphasized that the randomness of the attack contributed to the high level of public fear. Security footage from surrounding areas was immediately reviewed to track the suspect's movements. By late evening, officials confirmed that at least 4 people had been killed as a result of the attack. More than 9 others were injured, several of them suffering life-threatening wounds. Victims included commuters, pedestrians, and at least one individual who attempted to intervene during the attack. Authorities declined to release names pending family notifications. Emergency medical teams arrived rapidly, transporting victims to multiple hospitals across Taipei. Doctors reported that many of the injuries involved deep penetrating wounds, particularly to the torso and upper body. Operating rooms were placed on emergency status, and additional surgical staff were called in. Hospital officials described the situation as one of the most serious emergency responses in recent years. Police later identified the suspect as a 27-year-old Taiwanese male, known by the surname Chang. Authorities stated that Chang had a previous criminal history, though details were not immediately released. Investigators also confirmed that Chang had been under investigation for avoiding mandatory military service, a legal obligation for Taiwanese men. Officials cautioned against drawing conclusions about motive at this early stage. After the attack, police pursued the suspect through nearby buildings and alleyways. According to official statements, the suspect fell from a building while attempting to evade capture and later died from his injuries. Police stressed that no shots were fired and that the suspect's death was not the result of police use of force. The area was secured shortly thereafter. President Lai Ching-te issued a public statement expressing condolences to the victims' families. He ordered a full investigation and directed authorities to review security measures at major transport hubs. The government also urged the public to avoid spreading unverified information and to rely on official updates. Violent attacks of this nature are extremely rare in Taiwan, a country with strict weapon laws and low violent crime rates. According to official statistics, Taiwan consistently ranks among the safest societies in East Asia. As investigators continue their work, key questions remain about how this attack unfolded and whether warning signs were missed. In the next segment, we will examine investigation findings, eyewitness testimony, and official data as authorities search for answers. As the immediate danger was brought under control, Taiwanese authorities moved quickly to launch a full-scale investigation into the attack, according to statements from the Taiwan National Police Agency. Investigators established a multi-agency task force within hours of the incident. This task force includes criminal investigators, forensic specialists, cybercrime units, and representatives from the Ministry of Justice. Police stated that their priority was to reconstruct the suspect's movements before, during, and after the attack using surveillance footage, mobile phone data, and witness testimony. Forensic teams worked through the night at multiple locations near Taipei Main Station and the Zhongshan district. Investigators collected physical evidence, including the weapon believed to have been used in the attack, personal belongings left behind by the suspect, and CCTV recordings from surrounding businesses. Authorities confirmed that Taipei Main Station is covered by hundreds of surveillance cameras, which provided crucial data for investigators. Police officials said early analysis showed the suspect moved deliberately between locations, targeting areas with high pedestrian traffic. According to police briefings cited by Reuters, investigators believe the suspect arrived at the area earlier in the evening and remained nearby for some time before launching the attack. Data suggests the suspect may have conducted brief reconnaissance, observing crowd patterns before initiating violence. Officials emphasized that the entire sequence of attacks occurred in less than half an hour, yet resulted in severe consequences. Police continue to examine whether the suspect planned the attack in advance or acted impulsively. Eyewitnesses described scenes of fear and confusion as the attack unfolded. Several commuters told local broadcasters that they initially thought the smoke was caused by a fire or electrical malfunction. One witness reported seeing people collapse on the ground and hearing screams as others ran for safety. Shop owners in the area said they locked their doors and sheltered customers inside until police gave the all-clear. Authorities cautioned that eyewitness accounts, while valuable, must be carefully verified. Hospitals across Taipei provided updated information on the condition of the injured. Medical officials confirmed that several victims required multiple surgeries and intensive care treatment. Doctors stated that some patients suffered damage to internal organs, underscoring the severity of the attack. As of the latest update, hospital officials said the condition of the remaining injured victims was stable but continued to be closely monitored. Psychological counseling services were also made available to victims and witnesses. Investigators began examining the suspect's background in greater detail. Authorities confirmed that the suspect had a prior criminal record, though they declined to specify the nature of previous offenses. Police also verified that the suspect had been under investigation for evading mandatory military service, a legal requirement for most Taiwanese men. Officials stressed that this information alone does not explain the motive behind the attack. Mental health history and possible social isolation are also being examined as part of the investigation. Senior police officials held multiple press briefings throughout the day following the attack. They reiterated that there was no evidence of ideological extremism or foreign involvement at this stage. Authorities also addressed concerns about public safety, stating that there was no ongoing threat to the public. Police increased patrols at transportation hubs nationwide as a precautionary measure. The attack sparked widespread shock and grief across Taiwan. Social media platforms were flooded with messages of condolence and calls for improved public safety measures. However, authorities warned against speculation and the spread of misinformation. The government urged citizens to rely only on verified updates from official sources and reputable media outlets. International media outlets, including Reuters, Associated Press, and regional broadcasters, highlighted the rarity of such violence in Taiwan. Analysts noted that Taiwan's strong public safety record made the attack particularly alarming. Foreign governments expressed condolences and solidarity with the Taiwanese people. Security experts emphasized that even societies with low crime rates are not immune to isolated acts of violence. As investigators continue their work, key questions remain unanswered. What motivated the suspect? Were there warning signs that could have been detected earlier? And what changes, if any, will be made to improve public safety? In the final segment, we will examine security analysis, policy implications, and the broader social impact of this attack on Taiwanese society. Security experts in Taiwan say the attack has forced authorities to re-examine long-held assumptions about public safety. According to analysts interviewed by international media, Taiwan's security framework has traditionally focused on prevention of organized crime and external threats, rather than lone actor violence in public spaces. Experts note that the randomness of this attack highlights a challenge faced by many modern societies, identifying and intercepting individuals acting alone, without clear ideological or criminal networks. Taipei Main Station is one of the most heavily monitored locations in Taiwan, with extensive surveillance coverage and regular police patrols. However, experts emphasize that surveillance systems are primarily reactive rather than preventive. Security consultants told local media that while cameras help identify suspects after incidents occur, they do not always prevent sudden acts of violence. As a result, authorities are now considering whether additional uniformed patrols or rapid response units are needed in high-traffic areas. The Ministry of the Interior announced a comprehensive review of public safety policies following the attack. Officials confirmed that security protocols at transportation hubs, shopping districts, and public events will be reassessed. The government is also examining whether existing laws provide sufficient tools for early intervention in cases involving individuals with criminal histories or signs of instability. However, officials stressed the importance of balancing public safety with civil liberties. Mental health professionals have been brought into the discussion as authorities seek long-term solutions. Experts argue that prevention must include improved access to mental health services, early identification of high-risk individuals, and stronger community support systems. Government officials acknowledge that social isolation, untreated mental health issues, and personal grievances can sometimes escalate into acts of violence if left unaddressed. The Ministry of Health announced plans to expand counseling services for those affected by the incident. While mass violence is rare in Taiwan, analysts note that this incident joins a small number of past attacks that have shocked the nation. Each case has reignited debates over public safety, mental health awareness, and early warning systems. However, experts emphasize that Taiwan's overall crime rate remains low by international standards. They caution against drawing conclusions that could lead to fear or stigmatization. Public confidence in safety is a key concern for Taiwanese authorities. Transportation officials reported a noticeable decline in passenger numbers at Taipei main station in the days immediately following the attack. Community leaders and civic groups have organized vigils to honor the victims and promote unity. Officials hope that transparent communication and visible security measures will help restore public trust. Globally, lone actor attacks in public spaces have become a growing concern, even in countries with strong law enforcement and low crime rates. Security experts point out that no society is completely immune to unpredictable acts of violence. Taiwan's response is being closely watched by neighboring countries facing similar challenges. Analysts say lessons learned here may influence broader regional security strategies. In a final press briefing, senior police officials reiterated their commitment to a thorough and transparent investigation. They emphasized that accountability, prevention, and public reassurance remain top priorities. Authorities again urged the public to remain vigilant but calm, and to report any suspicious behavior through official channels. The government pledged continued updates as new information becomes available. As Taiwan reflects on the tragedy, attention has turned to the victims and their families. Public memorials have appeared near the site of the attack, with flowers, candles, and handwritten messages. Leaders across political lines have emphasized compassion, resilience, and solidarity. The tragedy has become a moment of national reflection on safety, responsibility, and community care. This attack has left a lasting mark on a society known for its sense of security and public order. As investigations continue and policy reviews move forward, Taiwan faces the challenge of preventing future violence while preserving the openness that defines its public spaces. Authorities say the path ahead will require vigilance, cooperation, and careful balance. We will continue to follow this story and bring you verified updates as they emerge. For now, this has been a comprehensive report on the deadly stabbing incident in Taipei.